Hi y'all. I'm going to give a shout out to Tora, who's on Facebook, and she posted a recent video that really struck a chord within me, and I felt corrected because of what she shared. In essence, what she was saying was that we should not be yielding to the philosophy about psychic vampires and people being able to suck and sap our energies. She indicated that she doesn't allow anyone to sap her energies or to suck her dry, so to speak. That's what she said in essence. And I'm grateful that she shared that, because I had to, this morning, correct my posture spiritually, because I was convicted within when I talked to a friend of mine this morning, and I was telling him that I had to recover from some low-grade frequencies that I encountered when I was out and about the other day. And I got a gut check about it, because the indication was that I should not be unpleasantly affected by low-grade frequencies, being mindful that we are one energy, and there is a certain amount of appreciation that should go forth for those low energies when they surface, because there are lessons to be learned, there are purposes being served, and we have to figure out or discover how such lessons and impartations can help us to spur ourselves forward and to evolve further and to elevate further and higher in greater dimensions. So I'm not going to consider those types of things my enemies anymore. I'm going to consider that they are useful and have meaningful purposes for my spiritual journey and advancement progressively on behalf of the universe's rhythm. So I'm no longer going to subscribe to the magazine of yielding to the psychic vampire mentality. I'm just going to know that there's no one size fits all, and I'm not saying that sometimes I still won't have to cuss some people out and take off my kid gloves and use my boxing gloves to administer some deserving blows to folks, because as the saying goes, we get served what we deserve, and that's going to continue to be my posture. But I believe that when we talk about the psychic vampires and things like that affecting our energies, I believe that somewhat that is in the realm of victimizing what's going on. And I'm not going to give them that pleasure, that satisfaction. And I'm also going to understand that we all have roles assigned to us, as do those low-grade folks who do what they do in their lifestyles. So instead of, believing that they can suck me dry, I'm going to learn how to rise above it. I'm going to learn how to elevate despite it. And as I've said before on Facebook, to whom it concerns, if folks are sucking you dry, it's because you're handing them the straws. So, no more do I have a philosophy of psychic vampires. They are not going to get me off my rotation. And I'm not going to give them any undue credits. And I'm not going to let them affect me in unpleasant ways. It's my choice what I will tolerate and what I will allow in my spaces, in my places, in my spiritual postures. And also what I do is equip myself with crystals. I use mudras, and they are extremely helpful. I was out the other day in the midst of a whole bunch of damn drama and shit, and I used my mudras, and them damn things had me in peaceful modes. I mean, to tell you, I was overall unbothered. Woo! If you're not using mudras, I recommend highly that you do so. They are great to practice and to help stave off the arrows that are aimed our way. There are ways, people, to soar and pay that shit dust. No more psychic vampire language from me. At least that's going to be my earnest aim. Of course, I probably need to have some practice before I can perfect it or master it. But, we all have our moments when we get off course. But overall, I'm not giving a fuck about what they're doing. I'm going to focus on what I'm doing to keep myself above the fray, highly beyond. Yes. Woohoo! Thank y'all for listening. Bye now.